Hi, it's Lori the Armchair Chef. I just popping in to give you an update on my Lizzie blanket that I'm working on. That the Crochet Along from Ophelia Talks that Robin with Robin from Rover is spearheading. And I always have to do something different. It's just, I don't know, it's my DNA or something. But I was out looking at her thing because I'm using 4 weight and she does hers in 3 weight. So I needed to know the number of chains to use. And I found a 1 day poncho. I thought, oh, that's neat. So I went to her blog and I was looking around and I found something else. And I want to share it with you. Let me share it. Okay, check this out. It's a mini Lizzie blanket. Yeah, it's the same thing, but doll size. That is right up my alley. I saw this and I thought, wow. I took a closer look and found out that what they're doing is she's doing 10 rows of each sister with the boring rows, as she calls them, and the interesting rows. She has starts with 62 chains. I ended up doing 96 because I made mine a little wider. And I measured it after I got the 10 done. And it's only going to be about, oh, what did I say? 5 inches? Yeah, it's only going to be about 5 inches wide with the stitches. So that'll be like, oh, I show you, duh. It is this wide, and it's going to be about 25 inches up and down. With the border, it'll be about 27 because the border goes all the way around. It's a double, a front and back border with a connection. So what I did is I went here to find her thing, and she has each sister, and each one has the stitches, and she tells you which colors, But I have Echo picking my colors for me. I have my $15 tree colors, and I just have her pick between 1 and 15. And once I use a color, I don't use it again. I scratch it off. So there's 5 colors that I'm not using each section. Now I finished the first section. Now I'm almost done. I have one more row. On the second section, I have a double crochet on the second section. And then I get to start marrying. And so if you have these stitches, they are in her other pattern. They're in her pattern for the Lizzie blanket. These are the same stitches. You do one row and you just do 10. Now you could do 10, these 10 rows 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, whatever. But what's very cool about it is this is small and it's not going to take as long, but I'm still getting the benefit of doing the different stitches and learning them, which is really what I wanted to do. And having a project that's not going to take me 8 weeks. This is almost halfway done. It'll be halfway done tonight. And the size, I'm thinking when I fold it up this way and it goes down 27 inches, looks like a pillow to me. It's got a lot of holes in it. I have a lot of pillow guts forms. So I cover it up with a pillowcase that I get from Dollar Tree, and then I can sew it around that. And if I want to be able to take it off and wash it, I can leave one of these sides open and then just put some buttons on one of these sides or add some little straps or something. But yeah, when I get to that point, I will decide at that time what I'm going to do with it. But if you want to look at this, let's see, we've got, oh, let me make me bigger here. Let me stop sharing so you can see this. Here we go. I started down here and it was the chain with the double crochet or the half double, and then it goes to double, and then it'll go to V stitch, and it just changes up, and you just do all the different ones. Here was a wrap stitch. I don't know if you can see this one. Oh, you can't see it doubled. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah, you do a half double and a half double, and then you do a wrap around the second half double. Very cool. And there's a bead stitch and I guess a window stitch. This one. Now it did start to pull a little bit when I did the red up there, and I was losing count. I thought I did when I did all my when I did all my note taking and scratches. I found out that you do the chain and a multiple that 2 or 3 will both go into. It'll be divisible by 2 or 3 because that will cover the stitches that she's doing. And she did 60. I thought I did 96. So when I counted back, I think it's 96 because it's the same size, but I don't know. It's getting late and it's math. So I just have like 1 to 15. I have 1 to 15, and I have my device pick a number, and I write it down. And then when I finish that row, I just cross it off, and then I know I've already done it. So I'm on my last one for the section 2, and that would be number 15. And then I get to start marrying. So if there's anybody out there that didn't want to do this blanket because it was too big, but you want to be involved in the reading of the story and doing the stitches, this small mini Lizzie would make an awesome scrap. I'm using my Dollar Tree yarn. The rows aren't that big. I'm not using that much. So it's definitely the size of a scrap can. And you're learning new stitches. It does have a lot of holes in it, but I am using a 6mm hook on a 4-weight yarn. Yeah, I know. I could have used a 5.5, but I never do what everybody else does. I always do something different. That's why my stuff doesn't turn out sometimes. But I wanted to throw this out here. I'll put links to the stuff down below, the Mini Lizzie, her blog, the playlist that has all the Lizzie videos in it, the Lizzie blanket videos in it, that where the stitches are. I go to her Lizzie blanket section to find the stitches that I don't know, which would be the wrap and the bean. I don't know. And I look at the video to see how she's doing it. So I always have a video queued up to watch to see how she does it, because I know how to do a front post and a half double crochet, but doing them together, I want to see how she's doing it so I can make sure it's going that way in my blanket. And so yeah, you don't need 15 colors. You don't need 8 weeks. You can make a scrap can. I love the thought of doing the whole thing, but you know what? I have Creative Grandma's blanket I'm doing. I have my Mystery Yarn Challenge project that's still not halfway done. And so doing this, I think is gonna be done faster, which is it's suitable for me. Okay. Now, some of you want to get involved and get the whole thing. Now, like with Creative Grandmas, I bought all that yarn for the project kit. So yeah, I need to do it now. So because I did buy all that yarn, and I'm halfway through the first video. So my weekend's coming up, and that's when I'm going to work on her blanket, is on my weekend, when I can just sit and do it and take breaks, and you know, I have other things to do too. But yeah, I am gonna do this, and I think it'll be a good pillow cover, and I get to learn stitches. I'm very happy about that. So I'm not dissing Robin at all. I'm not dissing her crochet along at all. I just found something that is going to work for me and my schedule and my skill level and my creativity. I get to be creative and make something out of this besides a blanket. So that'll be fun when I get to that part. Then I'll decide what I'm going to do with it. So, okay. Thanks for listening to my Lizzie project. And I hope you guys find feel now that you can participate if you want, even though you can't buy all that yarn. You can still do it if you have some yarn in your stash. You can participate. You don't have to have 15 colors. You don't have to have 10 colors. Like she says in her video, you can do the whole thing in one color. If you have a big pound of love ball, that would work. A big red heart jumbo, that would work. So yeah, you can do it. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.